It's tough to be a drugstore right now, but CVS Health has spent years pivoting to become more of a vertically integrated healthcare provider. They've got the pharmacy, they've got Aetna for health insurance, they've got Caremark for pharmacy benefits management, and they'll even treat you directly. Yesterday, the company made the case for its new business model at the J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference. Earlier today, we sat down with Karen Lynch, the president and CEO, to hear it from her directly. Take a look. Karen, the changes have come so fast, but you have completely reinvented CVS. I want to give you the floor to just talk about what it looks now versus, say, 10 years ago.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. You know, one of the things we're doing, Jim, is we're really building a world of health around the consumer. And as you know, there's many touch points in healthcare, and CVS Health now has the ability to offer every single one of those consumer touch points, from the delivery of care through our Oak Street Health, our Minute Clinics, through insurance coverage, through our Aetna business, and through Caremark, through the ability to get your prescriptions through our retail health locations. So we've really repositioned the company to be a broad, integrated health solutions company to meet the needs of consumers where and when they want health care.
All right, so talk to me about when you have a Caremark, when you have an Omnicare, how is this making it so that the patient, the consumer, does better than if they went to another place?
Well, one of the things that we've looked at is when a consumer has multiple touch points with CVS, we see improved customer satisfaction, we see improvement in overall health outcomes, and we see more engagement of a consumer in their overall health. All of those things put together are better for the consumer. And that's really what we're focused on at CVS Health, is really making sure the customer is getting what they need when they need it in healthcare.
Well, then we have to talk about Oak Street and Signify, because these are gigantic changes at CVS, and they, once again, are when I can get it, I want it, particularly even if I have to be at home and I'm Medicare.
That's right. Well, I'm so excited about the opportunity. You know, when we stepped back and looked at our strategy, when we looked at Oak Street and Signify, we expanded our market, approachable market of $1 trillion, and amazing. So we really wanted to expand into health services. Oak Street offers primary care for seniors. Think about the primary care as the quarterback to your health care. Signify, you're in the home. People sometimes want health care in the home. We have the ability through Signify to return people to care, so that when we're in the home, we get to open up the refrigerator and see if you're eating well. We get to look and see if there's rugs that you might trip on. So we have that ability, and then we have the ability to have them go to Oak Street or have them go to the pharmacy for their medication adherence, all important elements of the senior population.
Okay, we've had many companies talk about how maybe in a few years they'll have a GLP-1. Of course, we spoke to Dave Riff from Lilly, but your vaccine business, your GLP-1 business, you are the front line of these different drugs. What's it mean for CVS?
Well, you know, CVS in general is really the front door to healthcare and all consumer touch points. Vaccines is one part of our business in the delivery of care. As a matter of fact, we initiated and we delivered over 8 million vaccines in the third quarter alone. But, you know, with GLP-1, again, the cost of GLP-1s are, they're expensive for the consumer. And one of the things that we do as a business through our Caremark business, our PBM, is really to drive competition and lower costs. It's important. GLP-1s are important, but they are expensive. And, you know, if every single person in America that has obesity were prescribed a GLP-1, that would cost $1.2 trillion to the American healthcare system. So
that would break the system.
That would break the system. So we're focused on making sure there's competition and lowering the cost so that people have the affordability and access to care when they need it.
Okay, so when you go and you get a vaccine, they have, my CVS, they're also telling me about another vaccine. They'll say, listen, have you thought about Prevnar? I mean, they're doing what we want while we're in the chair getting one vaccine. They do tell it. I mean, is that you're saying, look, don't forget to help the patient? They're there. Go give them something else they need?
Yeah, our pharmacists are part and an important part of the healthcare delivery system, and their whole goal is to make sure that people have access to healthcare and are getting the medication that they need, and making sure that they're providing them with counsel and guidance so that they can get the medications. Our pharmacists are also noting when to refer someone to Oak Street Health if they don't have a primary care, because in the end, pharmacists are the most trusted part of the healthcare system and have the ability to have that interaction and engage customers in their overall health. At
the same time you're doing all these revolutionary things, you've had to deal with the fact that the actual stores, maybe you had too many stores.
Yeah.
You've been closing stores at an amazing pace.
Yeah, we committed to closing 900 stores. We really looked at density, and we said sometimes there was a store on one corner and there's a store on another corner. So we decided to close 900 stores. We continue to evaluate our store closures, but we still have total access to care. 85% of Americans are within a 10-mile radius of a CVS. And we are also committed to making sure that there's not pharmacy desert, so we won't close stores where people need access to medication.
All right, so 10 years ago, Larry Merlot came on the show, your predecessor, and said, look, Jim, you're passionate about this stuff. I'm dropping cigarettes. Will Karen Lynch one day say, I can't have GLP-1s at the end of the store and have you go through cheese balls and snacks and Hershey? Can you commit to getting rid of junk food at CVS in order to make it so that you are true healthcare?
We're already changing the formats in our stores. What we've done over the last 2 years is really brought more health products into our stores, and it's a convenient access point. So we've done a lot of that work already, and we'll continue to make sure that we're putting healthy products in our stores.
And at the same time, another one that I've just got to ask about, we are starting to discover that self-checkout is a major problem in our system. Could you reverse that? Because the stealing is rife with self-checkout.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that. We're actually piloting in a number of our stores, pulling that back out.
You are?
Yes, we have.
Oh, good. My stores, I always got to call the guy over, but I'm not your age group.
I won't guarantee it's in your store, but we are piloting, and it is something that we're looking at.
Well, I think you're revolutionary, and you're doing a lot of things that people have always felt maybe should be done in the system. I want to thank Karen Lynch, President and CEO of CVS Health. Wow.
Thanks, Jim.
I'm so glad you came on Mad Money.
So nice to see you.
Coming up, it's been almost 20 years since this company began telling its story on Mad Money. 2 decades later, is the pipeline still powerful? Cramer checks in with a longtime favorite. Next.